Hello class, this is Dr. Reyes-Fournier here for a quick tutorial on citations, references, how to write an APA paper. This is going to be quick and dirty. This is not going to be a long lecture on how to do this. I'm going to give you what I use when I write a paper. How's that? I'm going to give you my secrets to writing a paper. So first thing I'm going to do, this is your student preview, so this is what you see on your screen. Please check on Start Here. They have an APA tutorial right here for you, APA formatting videos. The OWL Writing Center is the writing lab here at Kaiser, which is fantastic. The people there are extremely professional. Number two, when you are in class, the first thing you should do every Monday is check out your announcements. My announcements are pretty detailed, and they have lots and lots of APA tutorials. This will be, I think, the fourth one I'm doing in this class. You should be printing this and putting it on your wall somewhere, because these tell you how to do citations and references really easy. Plus, they give you the free citation generators that I've mentioned before in the class. Okay, so you need to write a paper, right? Here we go with writing a paper. First thing you do is that you're going to go to your Windows, right? You are going to be here, you're going to start a new document. So instead of clicking on blank document, I want you to go into the templates and just type in APA. Simple, right? So click on templates, you wait, and the first thing you see is APA Style Report, 6th edition. Click on that, create that. And this is going to give you the APA template. This is the template that you should be using when you write your papers. Okay? This is going to give me some extra information, the research and all that good stuff. You could even look things up if you're using a Microsoft Suite system. So it explains to you what the running head is, the title, the author. If the instructions for your assignments call for APA style, be safe and do this. Okay? Use this template. Why am I saying this? Because you need to get into the habit of using this template. You need to get into the habit of writing APA style. From your introductions, I gathered that a lot of you are going to end up in graduate school. To be honest with you, a bachelor's degree in psychology isn't going to give you a counseling job unless you go into addiction work. And if you go into addiction work, you're going to have to do 2-3 years of internships before you get to be a counselor. Easier to do this if you just get a master's degree. Okay? And I know that I make it sound like it's so easy. And you know what? If you put the work in, it's not that difficult. Okay? So, you're going to fill this out exactly the way it says here. Don't change anything. Don't get fancy. Don't go and get something with color in it, because nobody wants that. You could remove author notes because this is not a dissertation or anything like that. You are going to do an abstract. An abstract is a summary of what you wrote. And you're going to put the keywords there. Get in the habit of doing this. When you do your capstone for Kaiser, you will have to do this. Your capstone is going to be a long research paper. And what Dr. Brown, who usually does this class, is looking for is good APA style. And why do you think we stress this? Is because in graduate school, you're going to be writing papers, and they're going to be looking at your APA style. If you can't do it, you might be writing brilliant papers, but they are not going to give you a good grade because you can't do APA style. That's just the way it is. You can, for the most part, remove most of the headings, especially for this course. You are going to be using the headings, things like introduction. Well, no, you're not going to do introduction. You're going to have the title there. The heading will be literature review. Then you're going to have another major heading, which is centered just like this one, that says method section. Then you're going to have things like participants, apparatus, and things like that. You're going to have these headings just like that. And then when you scroll down, you see your reference section. And yes, you need to have a reference section. One of the things that you're going to find is that I am very tough on this. Why? Because the sooner you learn it, the easier your world is going to be. Because every class at Kaiser is taught with APA style. Now, here are your saviors. You have the APA citation generator. This is CiteFast. I used CiteFast to write all of my papers when I was in graduate school. Well, no, when I was in my dissertation program. I didn't have this when I did my master's back in the 80s, because this doesn't exist. So here, it's very simple. You are going to, let's say that you found a journal article about mood and color. And the journal article is called Mood and Color. Let's see that. Let's see if there was actually anything written like that. And look at, there is something here. So let's say you put the title of your journal article and it's here. You're going to hit select, and right there is your reference. If you click on it and say Save Citation, you can click on in-text citations, and they will show you exactly how to do the in-text citation. Here you could just copy the citation and then paste it into your paper. How cool is that? They also give you a quick guide of how to do APA citations. People know that this is a system that needs to be learned, and for the most part, it's kind of tough in the beginning. Once you get used to it, it's actually pretty cool. Then, with CiteFast, which is actually one of the cooler parts of it, is that it saves all your citations. And then it's going to put them, let's see, no, I'm just putting it backwards now. Let's see if there's another one. There we're going to go like this. And, ooh. And there's a second one. Oh, I think it's the same one. No, it's not. So, at the end, if you go, you click on them, they have them all right there for you in alphabetical order. And exactly the way that you should be, pasting them into your references. Now, I do suggest that you make sure that it's done correctly and all that good stuff. Make sure that the things are italicized the way they should be, that all the names are spelled correctly, that there aren't any undue capital letters that shouldn't be there, and then you paste that into your reference section. This is another website that, in case you don't know what you're doing, this is in, I put this in the earlier video on APA stuff because it is actually one of the better areas to find information. You also have the APA style blog, but unless you know exactly what you're looking for, that it's a little bit harder to search there. So this shows you exactly APA sample paper, and it's going to show you how to do that. And they're going to tell you about your margins, and they're going to tell you what an abstract is and how you should write it. And they're going to show you how to format your paper. I will have this link in right underneath this video so that you can look at it and then have that bookmarked in your work. All right, now you know how to write your paper, right? Okay, so another thing that has come up is citing in the middle, the citing in your posts. One of the things that I noticed, and I'm just going to go to week 1, is that some people forgot to respond to their classmates, which is part of the work you're supposed to, is part of the work that you're supposed to do in your weekly work. And if you have any issues, what should you get done during week 1? Every week has a list, a checklist of what to do. So right here is your week 1 checklist. You were supposed to read, you were supposed to watch the PowerPoints, you're supposed to have your week 1 PowerPoint discussion on Wednesday, and then you were supposed to respond to your classmates by Sunday, You're supposed to have your assignment in by Sunday midnight and have your pre-test and your post-test done. So these are all the things that you should have had done by last Sunday. But here is the other one. Here's a discussion post. I'm going to pretend I'm doing a discussion post. This is last week's, the way you turn it in. I would never, ever, ever suggest that you do what I'm about to do in terms of writing right into the box. I really suggest that you do things in Word and then copy and paste it. And the way you paste into Blackboard is Control V. But anyway, so you start a form. So you say week 1, Reyes-Fournier, and you start inductive reasoning is simply generalizing from a specific instance to wait a minute, go back. I started out wrong. You see, I even do that. Is taking a specific, there we go, instance and generalizing that as a hypothesis. Oops. And then I'm going to cite the textbook. I did not quote them. I don't need to use the actual page number because I read the book. I summarized what they said. At the end of my post, I Control V. Hello? It's not doing it? Oops, no. It's the wrong one. I have, let's see. Let's see. Well, anyway, I'm going to go back. Now my computer's not going to work fast enough. The full reference to your textbook is in an announcement. It is Myers, I think, A. and Hansen. And this is from me just looking at the textbook. Period, experimental psychology, 3rd edition. This is a textbook. This is a book, so I'm going to italicize the name of the book, and then it has the rest of it. It's Cengage. That's not italicized. And then the city that's published in, and anyway, city and state in that order. So, or it's the other way. I'm never quite sure how that is. This is why I use the CiteFast. So I make sure that I'm right. Okay, but it's in your announcements. You should never get this one wrong. Out of every citation and reference that you do, the textbook should be the easiest one because you're going to be doing that throughout the term. And those, you should have those, at the ready all the time. I'm going to be doing one more video regarding how to do a library search because I know some of you have had issues with that, and I'll get back to you in 2 seconds. And by the way, then you submit and then you're done with that. All right. So I will get back to you. If you have any questions, email me immediately. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.